We're talking gut health, men. Yes, I know gut health's important to all of us dudes. We like to eat the meat. Don't we, Johnny? We love to eat the meat. If it matters to men, it matters to us. Bonnie Blue was the young lady, who had a goal, boys, to sleep with 1,000 men in 12 hours.
Wasn't she just crying about the last one she did? About 100?
Yeah. Hey,
so she did the 100, cried, and then did 1,000?
OnlyFans has unlocked an entirely new generation of employment for not have to be the undisclosed or lower class of humans. Like there's a lot of, there's girls who are like, I'm not going to Harvard. I'm an attractive female. Hell with going to Harvard. Hell with going to get a career at a job and have some man boss me around.
If somebody doesn't have a fucking purpose, then it's like, it's just, if you do chase the dollar, when you finally feel like you got enough, you're fucking empty. The world is changing fucking fast, and there's a lot of shit going on. We don't know what the consequences are going to be.
It doesn't matter what we say to our kids. It's what we do, right?
Daddy, nobody will eat lunch with me. When somebody's fucking talking bad about your dad or your mom, it's like, I can do that, but you can't, motherfucker. When it came to something where, where it wasn't like a social hierarchy, she was going to own the top of the hierarchy.
She went back.
I talked to the girls yesterday, and Monday came.
She had some chicken.
As a 9-year-old, she's trying to find her values, trying to find her way, sticking to decisions, learning decision processes, right? And going through the whole journey. And it's just fun to see the world we're living in right now does not need tougher men. Listen, I'm all about toughness. I love toughness. No doubt about it. But it needs more connected men. Men who put the ego down and pick the phone up. Yeah. Who lead from the heart, not just from the head or from the muscles. Imagine letting some dude in when you're uncomfortable. Because here's the real flex, you guys. You call a friend and say, I need help. I dare you. I dare you. Redefine strength, guys, as we focus on redefining masculinity in 2025. And it all starts, you guys, it starts with a connection.
When you're wrong, you learn, baby. Then when you welcome that shit.
I love that.
Self-improvement's always on the menu.
Handwriting skills are the most prolific skill set we as human beings need in 2025.
Well, you didn't reconcile your shit. What did I do yesterday that I don't want to do again today? Because as humans, we repeat mistakes and we don't even know it. Yeah. Because when you go through that, I write at least 3, but sometimes it'll turn into 10, 12. But ultimately, because you're writing out what you're grateful for, your brain is releasing the positive chemistry that sets you up to have a really fucking good day.
I just try to get super positive because I'm a cranky motherfucker when I wake up. I don't want to talk to nobody.
First thing I'll do is I head for my desk, and if I don't feel clear enough to write, I'll put an ear pod in and I'll listen to something motivational. He lays it out so simply in terms of how we need to structure the way we think so we can get to the right side of the fence.
The other reason that I'm going with pencil and paper these days is I work in IT.
Yeah. Yes.
100% of my day is keyboard, digital screen.
Yeah.
And it's nice to step away for a little bit and have something that's not blinking at me for once.
Whatever pushes that button inside you to make you feel abundant, there's nothing wrong with that.
Success is largely boring and it's mundane.
You're complaining because you have fucking cars that are sitting in your garage that you don't drive enough to keep the fucking battery charged. This is a pretty good problem to have. If you don't practice gratitude, your brain will find the fucking problems, no matter how set up your life is. I actually learned calligraphy when I was a little motherfucker.
Of course you did. Marty, of course you did.
All right, do something that you can do consistently that you enjoy. Now, of course, you're going to dread it sometimes. Of course, you're not going to look forward to it. That's just part of the game. It can be as simple as going outside and walking while you listen to our show or a podcast or whatever it is. It can be running, it can be jogging, it can be sprinting, it can be pushing a sled, it can be Stairmaster, cycling, jump rope, burpees, whatever it is. Just make sure you get the cardio in. Make sure you challenge yourself, and make sure if you don't know what to do, you got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got ChatGPT, Google, Instagram, whatever it is. Figure it out. Use the resources.
Every once in a while, I just pull the fucking cape back and let y'all have a little look of what's underneath.
And so I quit. and I was single, I didn't have any plan, and I was out of work for like 4 months or something like that. You can do something well-intentioned and still be an absolute jerk. And
when they're talking smack, you're on the right track. You never really balance that fucker perfectly. You're just slowly fucking, tipping from one side to the next to find that right balance.
the biggest part too is it's never over. It's continuous.
So expand on that, because we like to embrace that, myself, Marty, and John, and that's the teaching we have here, which is this loop, right?
It doesn't matter how well you're doing, you have to show up every day. You have to continue working on it every day. And, it's over when you're dead type of situation. And you're...
Testosterone levels for men are impacted by the health of your gut. And that's something to consider when you're choosing your diet.
I get them off their processed foods, get them on whole real foods, get them eating in a way that's, get their digestion rolling, their energy shoots up. And then, a couple months in, 3 months in, they'll say, you know what? I didn't tell you in the beginning because I was embarrassed, but, my doctor took me off my antidepressant medicine.
70% or more of our immune system is in our gut, our intestines. And that's where we want to focus. That's where nutrients get absorbed. You can supplement all the heck you want.
Yes.
It's just going to go through you. It's not going to be absorbed.
Let's talk about what your gut health is all about here. What's a warm one today in Winnipeg? It's only minus 13 today, Jeremy and John. So it's going to be a warmer day today. We talked about the woman that slept with 1,000 men. I fucking love science. You're also you're an astrophotographer too, dude, right?
Yes. And the way that astrophotography works is you take an image, you take another image, and you put them together. And
okay. Yeah.
light from those two makes it a little bit brighter. And then you do that several hundred times, and then you get a nicer looking image. There are so many things up there that if you just walk outside and look up, it's a dark sky.
Yes.
But if you can use something like a camera and take those pictures over time, there are just amazingly beautiful things out there.
Have you experienced, when you're taking photographs, have you experienced all the light pollution from Elon's train of satellites? And how is that disrupting astrophotography, the industry, the cottage community of that? Or is that just kind of a headline that nobody really cares about?
No, drones are great. They can do amazing things, but you need to keep them out of the way of firefighters.
DJI announced that they removed all the geofencing restrictions. So now you can fly your drones anywhere you want, over airplanes, over the White House, over any zone you want.
The very basic tenet of science is you don't know, let's find out. And if you're wrong, great. You learned something. Now let's go find out something else.
And man, pardon my language, but I fucking love space. So you've been everything to everyone, the fixer, the doer, the one who gets it done. But somewhere along the way, you lost you. It's time to stop living by everyone else's rules. Live by your own rules. Say yes to yourself. And this human being who we're going to celebrate today is going to show you how. Dude, if anybody tells you you're boring or you got nothing to say, you got to tell them to come on the show, because we're an hour in. Because this was my plan all along. I was like, all right, I know I got Jeremy for 13 minutes, but I'm believing that if I can make him feel comfortable along the way. So as I was coming down to the lab today, I'm thinking to myself, if I can get Jeremy for an hour, I'm going to help him get a lot of reps in. And that was my goal. Like I was a couple years back. Like, holy shit, man, I got to.